Welcome back to Grand Sumo Highlights. This is day 13 of the January tournament. Shin Ozeki Aonishiki is the sole leader. After 12 days, he is looking for back-to-back yusho. Here's the full leaderboard. Aonishiki being chased by 6 Rikshi: Kirishima, Atami Fuji, Abi, Shishi, Asanoyama, and Oshoumi. A withdrawal notice: Hakuno Fuji apparently hurt the big toe on his left foot in yesterday's match. It's a Friday afternoon at the Kokugikan, the home of Grand Sumo. We begin with Asa Hakuryu against Juryo 1 man Kotoeho. If Kotoeho wins, he'll have Kachikoshi at Juryo 1, and Asa Hakuryu will have a Makekoshi at Maegashira 17. So basically, Kotoeho is fighting for Asa Hakuryu's spot in the top division. Off they go. Asa Hakuryu, the aggressor. And he makes sure that Kotoeho doesn't replace him, as Asa Hakuryu wins by Yorikiri force out. He avoids Makekoshi today and is up to 6 and 7. Here are Chiyoshoma and Ryuden, both Rikshi at 5 and 7. Chiyoshoma fighting better in the second week. 35-year-old Ryuden trying to hold on in Makunouchi. Off to a fast start, a bit of thrusting from Chiyoshoma. Ryuden replies, then he gets a strong right-hand outside grip. Ryuden controlling the flow of this match, neutralizing Chiyoshoma's thrusting. Ryuden continues to hold on with that right-hand outside grip. Now he has a left-hand Maemitsu on the front of Chiyoshoma's Mowashi, and he uses that strong grip to win by Yorikiri force out. Ryuden is up to 6 and 7. Chiyoshoma 5 and 8, Makekoshi. Ryuden doing well at Maegashira 15, or doing better, I should say. Here are Toki Hayate and Tomokaze. This is Toki Hayate's 9th top division tournament. Tomokaze at 4 and 8. Toki Hayate moves forward and he gets the win. Tomokaze losing his balance, and the result is Oshi Taoshi frontal pushdown win for Toki Hayate. He's at 7 and 6. Here's another look. Toki Hayate much lighter than Tomokaze. They separate, and Tomokaze cannot stay on his feet. Tomokaze's struggles continues. He's 4 and 9. Here are Tobizaru and Roga. Both guys 5 and 7. Tobizaru no longer displaying the hyper energy of years past. Roga has avoided Makekoshi with back-to-back wins. Tobizaru had a pretty good tachi-ai, but then landed on the dohyo awkwardly. So that was over quickly. The result is a thrust-down win for Roga. He avoids Makekoshi for a 3rd straight day. Strange ending. The result is a win for Roga. He's 6 and 7. Here's Gonoyama and Midori Fuji. 2 more 5 and 7 Rikshi. So for the loser will be a Makekoshi. Midori Fuji unable to maneuver like he usually does. Gonoyama has a big tachi-ai but shaky follow through. Big hit by Gonoyama as Midori Fuji circles around, but Gonoyama with just enough of a follow through with his thrusting attack to eventually win by Hataki Komi slapdown. Gonoyama's up to 6-7. Once again, a big, powerful tachi-ai from Gonoyama. Midori Fuji circling around, and the moment he goes forward, he loses his balance. Gonoyama with just enough of a follow-up to win. Here are Hatsuyama and Kimbozan. Two guys who are really struggling. Hatsuyama only one win in his top division debut. Kimbozan now with 4 straight Makekoshi. They get off to a sharp tachi-ai. Kimbozan thrusting Hatsuyama. Hatsuyama circling around, and Hatsuyama has pinned Kimbozan. Now Hatsuyama in control of the match, and he wins with a pulling overarm throw. That's an uwate dashi nage. Hatsuyama picking up his second victory in the top division. So Hatsuyama will fall back down to judo in March, but he hasn't given up. He shows great effort in this match. Absorbs the thrusts from Kimbozan, and then eventually gets an overhand grip with that left hand, loses that grip, and then gets it again. And he uses that left hand grip for a nice wate dashi nage. Here are 2 former Ozeki, 2 former usual winners, Shodai and Mitakeumi. They first met in Makushita in May of 2015 in Makunouchi. Mitakeumi leads 21-15. Mitakeumi charges straight into Shodai's chest. Shodai responds. Back and forth they go, and the winner is Mitakeumi. A push-out victory for Mitakeumi. He improves to 6-7, and Shodai with the same record. Next up, Koto Shoho and Fujinokawa. Both men are 7-5, so the winner will have a kachikoshi. Fujinokawa, the little man who fights big man sumo. He is exciting. Koto Shoho hasn't had a kachikoshi since his stunning yusho last July. Off they go, fast start for Fujinokawa. Has Koto Shoho in trouble, and he finishes off Koto Shoho. Fans love that performance by Fujinokawa. He picks up a kachikoshi. Koto Shoho down to 7-6. He has brought so much excitement to the top division. He's so much lighter than Koto Shoho, but that doesn't matter. Fujinokawa with a great combination of speed and power. And he uses a very nice angle of attack to defeat a bigger opponent. Oshi Taoshi. Here's Oshoma and Asa Koryu. Oshoma was a co-leader on day 5. Since then, he's lost 6 of 7 bouts. Asa Koryu with 3 straight wins, 1 away from Kachikoshi. That start by Asa Koryu has Oshoma in trouble. Oshoma was able to escape, but then loses his balance. So the victory goes to Asa Koryu. It's actually a non-technique kimarite tsukite, which means hand touchdown. You see, Oshoma suddenly loses balance. The result is a win for Asa Koryu and Kachikoshi, 8-5 record. Our first bout of the day, the first of 2 matches involving second place Rikishi paired up against each other. Abi and Atami Fuji both at 9-3. Head-to-head, Abi with a 6-4 record against Atami Fuji. Atami Fuji at 9-3 at Maegashira 4. Abi 9-3 at Maegashira 12. They hit, and suddenly Abi slips on the dohyo, and the result is a win for Atami Fuji. Tsukiotoshi thrust down, so Abi's name is taken off the leaderboard, and Atami Fuji has double-digit wins. So disappointing performance by Abi. He loses his balance right there as he bounces off the big upper body of Atami Fuji. Here's that Fusensho announcement that I mentioned at the top of the program. Hakuno Fuji has withdrawn due to an injury to the big toe of his left foot. And that means his opponent, Onokatsu, picks up back-to-back Fusensho freebie wins. Up next, it's Churano Umi and Wakataka Kage. Churano Umi has quietly put together another quality basho, 1 win away from a 4th straight Kachikoshi. Many fans thought Wakataka Kage would do better at Maegashira 2 than a 6-6. Wakataka Kage with an inside position on Churano Umi. Churano Umi does have that right-hand grip, but it's not a strong grip. Wakataka Kage controlling the flow of this match. Now it becomes an Oshizumo battle, and Wakataka Kage shows his skills versus Churano Umi. Wakataka Kage is the winner. Tsukiotoshi thrust down, and he's up to 7-6. Wakataka Kage just too skillful for Churano Umi. Even though Churano Umi is bigger than Wakataka Kage, once Wakataka Kage gets this inside position, he is tough to beat. He uses that otsuke with his left hand to block the right arm of Churano Umi, and once they separate, Wakataka Kage too good for Churano Umi. Here are Uda and Takanosho, both guys struggling. Uda is going for his 400th career victory today. Takanosho currently 3-9. It's a thrusting battle to start, and Uda does a somersault. Unfortunately for him, it results in a loss. Takanosho with a Hataki Komi slapdown. He's up to 4-9. Uda 2-11.
ただいまの決まり手ははたき込み。はたき込んで高野賞の
Uda once again shows his flexibility, although it's in a losing effort. Here are Daisho and Yoshino Fuji. Yoshino Fuji, despite 2 Kimboshi wins, sweeping the 2 Yokozuna, he needs 2 more wins to earn Sanyaku promotion and receive the Shikunsho award. Daisho, after an awful first week, he's won 4 of his last 5. It's a Tsupari battle. Daisho's rhythm looks really good, and he drops Yoshino Fuji at the center of the dohyo. So Yoshino Fuji, forget about any awards or promotions. He's just trying to get a kachikoshi. Yoshino Fuji now 6-7. Daisho also with that same record. Excellent rhythm to the thrusting of Daisho. Next on the dohyo, it's Ichi Yamamoto and Tamawashi. The 41-year-old with a makekoshi at Maegashira 5, Ichi Yamamoto appeared to tweak his right knee on day 7. Only 2 wins. Off they go, and it's one-way traffic. Ichi Yamamoto having no trouble pushing out Tamawashi. Ichi Yamamoto with his 3rd win, Tamawashi at 4-9. And Oshidashi for the Maegashira 1. Throughout this tournament, Tamawashi has looked sluggish. No Oshizumo from Tamawashi. Here's Oshoumi and Wakamoto Haru. Oshoumi, a surprise name on the leaderboard. In just his 2nd top division tournament, he's at 9-3. But he's facing his toughest opponent in his brief Makuuchi tenure, Wakamoto Haru. They've never met before. Off they go. Wakamoto Haru with a strong grip. His favorite position, left hand inside, right hand outside. And Oshoumi finds out just how different facing a Sanyaku opponent is. Wakamoto Haru having no trouble winning by Yorikiri force out. So Oshoumi's name drops off the leaderboard. He's 9-4. Here's another look. Wakamoto Haru, komusubi. And he gives Oshoumi a taste of Sanyaku level sumo. Wakamoto Haru with his favorite position, left hand inside, right hand outside. And no trouble winning by Yorikiri. Here's Oho and Hirado Umi. Mirror records. Oho at 4-8, a makekoshi, while Hirado Umi 8-4 kachikoshi. His bullet-like tachi-ai has returned. Big hit at the tachi-ai. Hirado Umi with a strong left hand inside. And even though he's a lot lighter than Oho, he uses that leverage for an impressive Yorikiri force out. Hirado Umi looking great in the new year, up to 9-4. Just an amazing fast tachi-ai by Hirado Umi against a much bigger opponent. You see that strong left hand inside, and he uses that to take Oho over the edge. Our second bout of the day features Asanoyama and Takayasu. Asanoyama at 9-3 on the leaderboard. And he's facing 7-5 Sekiwake Takayasu. Two former Ozeki. Off they go. Takayasu with a strong grip on the moashi of Asanoyama, and he uses that right-hand grip to throw down Asanoyama. So Asanoyama's name falls off the leaderboard. It's an uwate nage overarm throw victory for Takayasu. The Sekiwake looking great in that match. Asanoyama down to 9-4. Big hit by Takayasu, and he immediately gets a left hand inside combined with a right hand outside. He dominates Asanoyama and wins by uwate nage. Here are Kirishima and Shishi in another big matchup. Both are at 9-3. Shishi, like Oshoumi, moved up to prime time today, facing Sekiwake Kirishima. Basically, it's a Yusho elimination match. Fast start from the two Rikshi. Kirishima with a one-sided win. In this first-time meeting, Kirishima having no trouble winning by Yorikiri against the Ukrainian. He's up to 10-3 and joins Atami Fuji at that record. Shishi down to 9-4. Kirishima with that right hand inside, both hands inside, and he uses that to lift up the upper body of Shishi. Next up, Kotozakura and Onosato. Both are at 8-4, but given their rank, they have been disappointments. This has been a back-and-forth rivalry. Onosato leads 7-5. They bounce off each other at the tachi-ai. Onosato can only use his right hand since his left shoulder is really sore. And he uses that right hand grip to win by Yorikiri. So the Yokozuna with only one functional arm, and that's his right arm. And that is enough for him to pick up his 9th victory. You can see Onosato almost avoiding contact with his left side as he favors his right side and gets a right-hand grip on the moashi of Kotozakura. And that is enough for him to win by Yorikiri. Here's our final big bout of the day. Hoshoryu and Soul Leader Aonishiki. Hoshoryu in the role of spoiler. He has never beaten Aonishiki. 0-3 and regulation, and 0-4 if you count their playoff match in the November tournament. Aonishiki seeking Yusho. It would be back-to-back championships as well as a championship as a Shin Ozeki. He would only be the third Shin Ozeki to do that since 1989. Off they go, Aonishiki. Giving up ground, Hoshoryu holding his ground. Aonishiki, a determined Nishi, he stays low as always, gets that left hand outside grip and uses that to win by Uwate Nage over arm throw. Hoshoryu bothered by a left knee injury and really didn't have much offense in that match. And it's Aonishiki who remains the sole leader after 13 days.
上手投げで青錦の勝ち。
Hoshoryu was able to hold his ground initially, at least. And he's trying to raise the upper body of Aonishiki, but Aonishiki, with those strong core muscles, stays low, gets a left-hand grip, and eventually uses that left hand to throw down the Yokozuna by Uwate Nage. Here's another angle. Aonishiki improves to 11-2. So here's the updated leaderboard. Aonishiki in first place, Kirishima and Atami Fuji in second place. It promises to be an exciting final 2 days. Be sure to tune in to Grand Sumo Live on NHK World Japan. That begins at 5:10 p.m. Japan time on January 24th.